Welcome back, everybody. I'm your host Kev, and this is Intunes Hop In Issues 23. And I would like to give you guys some cool comics to read and hop into. So without further ado, let's get right on into the show. Alright, let's get into the first couple of comic books that we're going to talk about. And these are not comic books that probably came out today. But they are comic books that came out recently, and it's not about where you hop in, but as long as you do hop in, that matters. And I think that's actually a good quote if I do say so myself. Alright, without further ado, the first comic book we're going to be talking about is Star Wars Darth Vader issue 18. Now, I will have pictures up here, probably either beside me or in front of my face or never see my face. But we definitely are going to start talking about this comic book, which is amazing if I do say so myself. Now, this cover, as you can see, has Darth Vader holding his lightsaber out. And you see this old guy. This is Tarkin. Tarkin, if you guys remember watching the older Star Wars movies, he's a general or whatever. I don't really know how those really work in order for when it comes to military stuff. Anyway, this guy's hunting Darth Vader. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, well, wait a minute. They're both part of the Empire. If you don't know that much about Star Wars, you do know that the guys in the gray suit and that guy right there in that all black are on the same team. So why is this guy hunting him? Well, I'm not going to spoil that much for you, but I am going to say that yes, he is hunting him. For reasons you'll have to find out when you read, or you can comment in the comment section below and ask me why, and I'll do a video about that. This is trying to be spoilers free, so anything that you have for the comic books that I talk about today, just let me know in the comment section, and I'll put the spoilers out in another video. Anyway, so yes, he's chasing after Darth Vader. Now, Soul is the writer for this. Zoom in a little bit more closer. Top name. And in case that you always read comics, and you want to know who's the writer, who's the author, they normally have it in the order of writer, author, I think like cover art, author, and I don't know what the last one's for, but it's mainly have to do with either all the stuff that goes on within the comic book, or all the stuff that has to go on within the comic book. Anyway, I think Soul is just showing just how BA Darth Vader is. Okay, first of all, you're on a planet. Okay, they're on a planet chosen by the people that I will not spoil, that are hunting him. So there is Tarkin and some bounty hunters chasing after Darth Vader to kill him. Now, Darth Vader, like I said, he's just a BA. Like, all hands down, if there's anything, if you haven't noticed or haven't been known that he is a BA, you definitely need to start watching some of the movies and definitely reading comic books that have to do with Darth Vader himself. Now, the planet that they're on, there is a top predator animal that is pretty much the top of the food chain. And Tarkin here is like doing his captain's log or whatever, is letting us know, the reader, just about how Darth Vader came about getting and wearing that top predator, the top of the food chain, as a cape around his body. This top animal is able to blend in with any surface. It could be bright as day outside, no clouds, and it's just sunny, right? Not a cloud to be seen. This animal can, if it's like on a, let's say like on a mountain, or not even on the mountain, like dead straight on the ground right in front of you, you will never see it because it blends in, it camouflages itself around its surroundings, so you'll never see it until it's too late by the time it kills you. He's saying Darth Vader killed the animal, and is now wearing its skin as a cape, and it still works. Like it can still camouflage him. And when you hopefully pick up this comic book or read it on whatever it is, however you get your comic books, whether from the store or offline, and you read this issue, you'll just know. Alright, so anyway, Darth Vader is just, like I said, this guy, Tarkin, comes up with different plans to take down Darth Vader, to kill him, right? And each step of the way, Darth Vader has his setbacks, but he always comes back 10 times full, just all action and all like Darth Vader like, and does his work to his people. This comic book is pretty much a filler. So if you like, for instance, I'm a CW fan. Like I'd watch The Arrow, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl, Black Lightning. I watch those type of shows. So you know, if they, for like a season that has 23 episodes in it, you're gonna have 1 or 2 episodes that don't have anything connecting it to what's going on for the main plot of the season. And that's what this comic book is. Like I said, this is issue 18. Definitely suggest you guys go to your local comic book store or wherever you go to digitally read comic books. But go there, pick up this comic and read it. Okay, because Darth Vader is a BA. And if you guys don't believe me, there's 17 issues before this, and by the time of this video, this makes it 18 before the 19th issue that's probably already out or coming out. Like I said, from this issue, there's 17 issues just to show you how BA Darth Vader is, and I'm pretty sure they're out in trade right now, so you don't have to pick up individual issues. You can pick it all up within a trade back and read it. Give it a shot, because if you don't like anybody from Star Wars, this is the guy that you're gonna definitely love. So Star Wars, Darth Vader, issue 18, please pick it up, give it a read. You're not going to be disappointed, okay? Our next comic that we're going to be talking about is Go-Go Power Rangers. Now, if you were born in the 90s or 80s and you grew up in the 90s, Power Rangers was the top TV show for kids. Like, it was like Lois and Clark, or Clark and Lois for kids, right? I mean, it was the Justice League for kids, okay? And so first and foremost, if you haven't been reading Power Rangers, the Go-Go Power Rangers or Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, I suggest you guys definitely go to the store and pick it up. Now, you're probably saying, why are you talking to us about Power Rangers? What's so important in the comic book world that has to be so important about the Power Rangers? Coming off of recently what just happened with Saban losing everything that's Power Rangers related, and it's going to Hasbro. Okay, let me tell you why you guys should definitely pick up Go-Go Power Rangers and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. First of all, there's a shadow grid going on. You see that shadow grid at the bottom? And who is that? Down there, you see the Pink Ranger. That's she's the Pink Ranger, Kimber. Who didn't love her? Up there, you got looks like an evil Pink Ranger. What's going on? Like I said, the shadow grid. Now, for those of you who don't know what the shadow grid is or what's going on with the shadow grid, please allow me to give you a background knowledge of what's going on. So, in our dimension, I'm gonna say ours, I'm gonna say other dimension. In our dimension, the Rangers, when they met the Green Ranger, he was the bad guy, right? They defeated Rita's spell over him. He became a good guy. He had the choice to either be good and help them stop Rita, or continue to be bad, or to just leave entirely. Well, fortunately for us, he decided to be a good ranger, and he helped the Rangers throughout the course of his life as a Ranger. He was the Green Ranger, then he became the White Ranger, then he became the Red Ranger. retired for a little bit, came back in Power Rangers Dino Thunder, and became the Black Ranger. So he's been 4 Rangers throughout the whole entirety of Power Rangers existence. He's been 4 Rangers of each color. He's just always been like that. Tommy Oliver, aka Jason David Frank. Read up on him. Anyway, in the other dimension, the Rangers defeated Rita. They broke the spell. It was his choice to either become a good guy, like we all would love him to be, leave and don't have anything to do with this crazy weirdness that's going on, or be a bad guy. Well, he didn't stay to be a good guy. He didn't leave because it was crazy. He decided to stay and be the bad guy. Now, in a tie-in issue, like an annual comic or a special comic, they give you more depth of his background and how he became Lord Draken. He kills Rita, and that's the only thing I'm gonna say. He kills her, but everybody else that goes on within the storyline, you have to pick up. I'm not gonna spoil it unless you write down in the comment section below, Kevin, please spoil it. Let us know what's going on. I definitely don't mind doing that. Anyway, so he wants what every bad guy wants, what Thanos in the back wants, what Snoke right here wants, what every bad person wants. He wants more power, okay? And this is where the Shadow Grid comes in to play. Now, the issue that you have to pick up is from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, issue 19. That kind of starts off the building blocks to start creating what's going on for the Shadow Grid. Then issues 25 for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is pretty much the beginning of the Shadow Grid. This is the Go-Go Power Rangers. I think you guys would probably like for me to explain what's the difference between the Mighty Morphin comic book and the Go-Go Power Rangers comic book. Mighty Morphin takes place around the time as us now in our 20-year-old remembers them as they know who they are. They know how to work the Megazords and how to fight the bad guys and all that. Go Power Rangers takes place more so in the previous years. They just got their morphers. They just found out from Zordon that they have to fight this evil lady. They and it's pretty much dealing with what they deal with while they're in school. So the whole time, you know, the Mighty Morphin takes place of outside of school and all the bad guys and all that. Go-Go Power Ranger takes place with school, like who's Kimberly dating or how's Trini feeling about whoever. I don't want to spoil that for you neither. Read Go-Go Power Rangers issue 1. This is issue 11, so you don't really have that much to catch up on. But the first trade for Go-Go Power Rangers is out. I definitely pick it up. It's nice. It's nice to see the background story, how and what these guys deal with when they're not morphed. I mean, you'll see some scenes when they are morphed within the Go-Go Power Rangers, but it's mainly focused on their social life. But not because of the Shadow Grid, because the Shadow Grid got a little bit crazy. Anyway, like I'm saying, back to the Shadow Grid. So, Tommy Oliver wants more power. If you guys ever seen the episode where the Ninjor, which is the all blue robo looking like with the N on his chest, and he has a little sword and he calls himself Ninjor, right? So in a special comic, like I said before, Tommy Oliver is, or we'll say Lord Draken, so we're not confusing. Tommy Oliver, Lord Draken. Lord Draken's the bad guy. Tommy Oliver is the one that we all know and love. Lord Draken tricks Ninjor to help him to get his powers back, because he really wants to help save the world. And in a sense, you can see that he really does want to save the world, but for real, he's all about just trying to get that power. And so Lord Draken, like, okay, I'll help you out. I'll do whatever it is you need to make your morpher work again. So he does that. Little does Ninja know, Lord Draken is actually trying to use him to get into the morphing grid itself to contain all the power from every Power Ranger. So I'm talking from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, if you're in your 20s, you grew up on it, all the way up to the right before Hasbro brought out what was the name of that company again? Oh Lord. Anyway, yeah. So pretty much from Mighty Morphin to the recent and last probably show of Power Rangers before Hasbro brought them out. And so what he's doing now is he's hopping from each dimension, collecting all the power morphers and coins or whatever they use for morphing to put on himself. And if you've seen any images on YouTube or you walked past a local store, it could be a comic book store, it could be on a website and you're just flipping through your phone finding something and you see his outfit and you're like, man, that looks like it could be the Green Ranger, but it also looks like it could be the White Ranger. You don't know. That's because now he's adding more onto his suit because he's getting more power. And if you don't know the gist of any good guy versus bad guy, good guys are trying to stop him, and eventually they will. I mean, at the end of the day, let's just be honest. Like, the good guys are always going to win. But it's nice to see them fail a good couple of issues. And it's been going on since issue 25 for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And it's been going on, I think, 3 issues, so about issue 8 for Go-Go Power Rangers. Now, Go-Go Power Rangers is dealing with this Kimberly up top, the evil Kimberly, and she travels back into the wrong time period where she finds out, you'll find that out in the last issue, issue 10, she finds out that she traveled a little bit too far back in the past, where she's meeting her very younger self, like I said, with these guys, just only knowing Rita, who they have to fight, and everything else. So, but the Megazord she's able to find, the one that Lord Draken is at, and oh my goodness, if you guys, I'll make sure that I put that picture up. This is mile marker 1720. I'll make sure I have that picture imaged up of the Megazord that she's looking for, because that Megazord, I was sitting there when I read it, I was like, this should be the Megazord. This should have been the Megazord when I was a kid growing up, because I definitely would have made sure my parents brought me that Megazord. I want a Funko Pop of that Megazord, or I want the actual, I don't care how big of a design of that Megazord, and I'll have it posted up right here in the back. I'll move all the other toys I done got and I'll put it right there. That's look, you'll see the image, it'll be up there. So she travels back, that's issue 10. It's a long time period. The Rangers kind of, or at least issue 9, where she was able to fight them. They wind up changing her mindset. You'll get a little bit more depth of how that happened within this issue of, pretty much, well, I thought she was a good guy. She turned evil? Well, yes and no in a way. You'll find that out because she reveals that in this issue of how she became the evil Ranger, the evil Pink Ranger, or the Ranger Slayer. That's the name she goes by, the Ranger Slayer, and it's a BA name, and she is a BA. Okay, like if you notice this bow for the Pink Ranger, and then notice this bow for this Ranger Slayer, it's a BA. So yeah, definitely once you guys get a chance, pick it up, read it. Like I said, I'll have that image of that Megazord around mile marker 1720, and I'll have images of what's going on in this comic posted up all throughout the rest of this video, or during the segment of that video. Now, let's get into the 2 comic books that are in trade form that I definitely want to talk to you guys about, because it is amazing. This is also an Elseworlds story. for none other than DC. Now, you're probably thinking, how many Elseworlds does DC actually have? Quite a lot, actually. It's actually surprising that sometimes, by us fans, we make the Elseworld stories canon to fit in with the stories that are currently, what's going on in today. I haven't heard anything about this story being canon, and although it would be nice for it to happen, I would hope that it isn't, because to me it just wouldn't make sense. And if you're not a good writer on it, don't try to bring this in and then don't explain how in the world this is possible and it happened. So you're like, Kevin, what are you talking about? Show us the comic book. DC, who else could I be talking about? Superman, maybe. Wonder Woman, maybe. I mean, I do read her comic books. The Flash, yeah, I read The Flash a lot all the time. Like, but I'm not gonna hold you guys up. It's Batman. Like, why wouldn't I? Batman, the Dark Prince, Charming. Batman, the Dark Prince Charming. Written by, I want to pronounce it, Marian, or Marani. And if you are so happen to watch this video, that I have your gracious look upon my video through probably a fan of yours who was like, this dude butcher up your name. Like, you should tweet about him and we will end his career. I want to first say, I don't have Twitter. Secondly, please don't end my career. I literally just started like last year for YouTube, and I'm on here every now and then. And thirdly, I'm sorry. I don't mean to butcher up your name. Like I've been called Keith and Calvin and Jacob so many times, and my name is Kevin. I don't know where they got Jacob from, but anyway, Batman trade number 1 and number 2. So the first one has Batman on it. The second one has the Joker on it. Now, what could possibly be going on that these two guys right here are on this, or maybe try and do it like that? I don't know how, like, anyway. So, what could these two guys be doing? What's so important about this? Without spoiling it for you guys, because I don't want to spoil it. I want you guys to go to your store and pick it up. The price for them aren't bad. They are $12.99, so about 13 bucks, depending on tax, versus any other trades that you'll normally go. All my trades are over here, and they're like packed. Trades are normally about starting from 16, going up to at least about $34.99. So this was $12.99. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. The story within inside itself, especially the ending in the second trade, is going to leave you like, well, wait a minute. Yeah, was it? Or was it not? Anyway, to give you background, Batman has a daughter. He has a baby girl. And I'm not talking about the one that's in canon that everybody knows about. I'm talking about literally a baby girl. Like I said, this is a Elseworld story. So, the first one, the Joker kidnaps Batman's daughter. He takes her, holds her up. Now, I'm saying Batman, but the Joker doesn't know Batman and Bruce Wayne. He doesn't know Batman is Bruce Wayne. So the Joker takes Bruce Wayne's daughter to get money, or specifically a gift for Harley Quinn, because after I was done reading this, and I was like, wow, and I was still shook over, could it or could it not be the main gist, the main whole thing about it. That's how good this writer is. Was all about getting Harley Quinn a gift for her birthday. You forget all about it, because this came out, and I think the first one came out about October, November, maybe September of 2017, and this was supposed to come out in February of 2018, but this didn't come out until about 2 months ago. So by the time of this recording, it's August, July, June. So about June, maybe late May, the second trade came out. So that's what it was. You know, so many different comic books that I was reading and doing YouTube videos about Hop-ins and all that. I've been wanting to talk so much to you guys about this one that I was like, well, no, I'll just wait till it all comes out and I've read it all. That by the time this came out, I didn't forget anything in this comic. And in case that you did read this comic those many moons ago, that by the time that this one came out and you read it and you don't know where you misplaced it. You put it on a shelf somewhere, you can't find it. This one pretty much catch you up from the first one, so we're all good. I didn't forget anything from this one, but this one refreshing just a little bit about this one. So anyway, the Joker kidnaps Bruce Wayne, aka Batman's daughter. He wants him to steal a prize, something that the Joker could have gotten his hands on without getting involved with Bruce Wayne, but he's the Joker. Like, why not mess with somebody else's life for entertainment? So he gets him to steal something for Harley Quinn's birthday present. And so throughout the story, you see the mother of Bruce Wayne's daughter. She comes to the mansion. She's like, hey, look, I need to talk to you about something. Now, I think 8, maybe 9, 7 years have passed since Batman, Bruce Wayne, has talked to this woman. She's pretty much like all girls that Bruce Wayne dates, is a one-nighter. And she's like, we need to talk. And he's like, okay, what, do you need money? And she's like, well, kind of, but it's really, we need to talk about her. And it's so beautiful that I'm actually going to get to the page that like really had me like, oh, like, Batman, don't be a jerk, you know, like, you better take care of this girl. If I can find the page. I'm sitting here trying to talk to you guys about it and I can't even find the page. Because it was like in the first issue, it's pretty much Batman searching the whole city to find. I found the page. Anyway, it still smells so good. So there you go. That's what the mother looks like. That's how she dresses. Here's baby girl. And so Batman, Bruce Wayne sees that doll, and hopefully I'm able to find that picture, and if not, I'll just take a picture and put it up there. And she says, Batman's like, curious, it's a birthmark. I'm used to people staring at it. He said I meant the doll. I made him. He's my good luck charm. Aw. 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 Like, isn't that like right there, just like pulling on the string at the heart, just tugging on it? It's like, she didn't buy it. She made the Batman doll. And she said it's my good luck charm. Like, man, like, Bruce, you better stop bullcrapping and just claim that baby girl, put her down on the taxes. Get that mom anything she want. Like, look, my baby girl, if some of you guys haven't seen any of my YouTube videos, you see my baby girl. So when little kids say sweet stuff like that, that's just like, that's a no-brainer. Like, that's my baby. She's all mine. And so pretty much you see flashbacks of what's going on. Because at this point in the beginning of the comic, the Joker already has the girl. Batman is tracking down all the Joker's minions, if you will, and he's like, where's the girl? Where's the Joker hiding her? Where's the Joker? and then you get the flashback like that one right there. Now, in this one, we get a little bit more depth of, okay, well, how did Batman meet this baby mom? And so they show you, and it's all about that. I think this is like the beginning, some of the beginning stages of Batman just starting to be Batman. And again, a couple more touch heart feeling things, because they do a little bit flashback, not as much as they did in the first one. They do a little bit of flashbacks in the second one, and it still goes to show, like, you know, dude, like, Joker, at this point, I got tired. I'm like, alright, man, give the man his daughter back. Like, stop being a DA and give this man his daughter back, because now I'm about to come in the story and I'm about to whoop your behind just to get her over. And then when you read this and you're recollecting on the story, it's all about a birthday present for Harley Quinn. By this point in the story, Harley Quinn don't even want the thing no more. She just wants the Joker. She wants her Joker to rev up her Harley. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, you need to watch the Batman animation series. Anyway, so at the end of the day, we all know what happens. Like I said about the Power Rangers and the outcome of the Shadow Grid, for when it eventually does end, the good guy overconquers the bad guy. Batman is able to find baby girl, take her back to the mom. The mom was badly injured. That's how the Joker even got her. It was like I think she was leaving either the Manors, Bruce Wayne's home. She was leaving somewhere with the daughter, and the car was attacked by the Joker, obviously. The mom was badly injured, and the Joker kidnapped the daughter and kept her. I don't want to give away too much information unless you guys want me to, because it's still fresh in my mind. But yeah, at the end of the day, the Joker loses and Batman wins. Now, the ending twist of this comic book, which was in, I think, somewhere in the beginning or in the middle of that flashback, after Batman talks to the girl and the mother a little bit, and at the end of it, because the Joker had left Batman a gift, like he always does. He left him a gift, and he's like, you know, read it when you get a chance. And so now at the end of the second book, Batman, Bruce Wayne opens up the gift. And then the ending of it, like a couple of pages and all that, it just leaves like, oh my goodness, wait a minute, are we sure? Are they sure? What's going on? Who is? Who isn't? And if you've got the gist of what I meant by that, who is, who isn't, good for you. If you didn't, good, because that means you can go to the store and pick up both of these trade backs, or read them on whatever it is that you read comic books off of. But definitely give Batman the Dark Knight Prince Charming, or not Dark Knight, but Dark Prince Charming trade issue, or trade volumes 1 and 2. Cool thing about this is they are not in issue forming, so it's not like you'll go to the store and like, oh, I'm looking for issue 1 of Batman Dark Knight, Batman Dark Prince Charming. There's no issue. There's no little floppies. This is straight up. Came in, was done. Go to the store, pick it up. Go in the store, pick it up. The reason why I waited so long to do a video for these two comic books was, one, this one, like I said, came out, I think, maybe November, October-ish of 2017. We were supposed to only wait a few more months for this one to come out, but it didn't. It came out, like I said, maybe late May, June. It came out. So, and then it's like, it's a graphic novel. For me, I try to make sure I read all my floppies. Try to make sure I read all my floppies. So what I'll do is I'll go to the store and I'll pick up, my issues for that week. or my issues for the 2 weeks that I missed out, and I'll read all of them. And then I might, just for like whenever I'm done reading my issues and I still have like 4 or 5 days before the new comic books come out, the new weekly comic books come out, I'll make sure I pick up a couple of trades and I'll read them. And then sometimes it gets to the point where I read a good chunk of them and I never get a chance to my graphic novels or trade backs, whichever one you want to call them. They're either graphic novels or they're trades. You won't be wrong if you walk into a comic book store and ask that. Barnes & Noble, they'll be like, oh, you said graphic novel? You mean like comic book? Yeah, it's over there. But comic book store, they'll know exactly what you mean, trade or graphic novel. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys are going to be able to pick up this $12.99 plus tax comic books of the Batman Dark Prince Charming. I'm so used to saying Dark Knight because he is the Dark Knight. Hopefully you're able to go to your local comic book store and pick up Goku Power Rangers issue 11. Hopefully you're able to go to the comic book store and pick up Star Wars Darth Vader issue 18. Hopefully you're able to go to the comic store and pick up any other comics. Like for instance, the new story arc for Wolverine is X-23. It's not the first time she's been known to be called by X-23, but they're going back to that. Or you can start picking up the new run for Michael Bendis' Superman comic. Now, I heard mixed reviews about this, and it's kind of like, if you're not a reader, you're not a reader. If you're a reader, definitely pick it up. Michael Bendis was my first actual comic that I've picked up. His comic was my first, and it was the it was the X-Men, Astonishing X-Men, and I had picked up the collecting version of it. So it was like 2 trade backs into one big book, and it was at a nice price. Like normally those are like $30-some odd. That one was about, I want to say like maybe 20, maybe 19, like 19, 17, but the tax added up to 20. So Michael Bendis and my reading experience, obviously he can go wrong, but it was good. And I'd say give Superman a read. I'd say give any comic books that I suggest to read, because it's not about the popular ones. It's about the ones that stand out. That's what I want to talk to you guys about. The comic books that stand out from one another. Now this is a half-hour video, so you best believe I'm gonna make sure I put some flob and bloob and blam and kaboom in there, because ain't nobody gonna want to watch no 30-minute video about a fat guy talking about comic books that he wants to hop in. I'm used to watching all his hop in comics that never lasted 30 minutes, maybe 7, 11 minutes at best, 13 the most. Hopefully you watch this video and you break it down, and you watch it. Please give it a thumbs up. Like I said, I didn't want to spoil anything, so there are a couple things that are spoiler-like material if you're planning on picking up the comic books and read them and then want to discuss them, or if you don't feel like picking them up and reading them but you don't care about the spoilers, write down in the comment section below and I'll do a video dedicated to that. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Kev, you've been you. Let's stay in tune.